Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you all my favorite fruity fragrances. So I'm not talking tropical fruits here. I'm talking about fruity fragrances that are invigorating and juicy and delicious and uplifting and energizing for the summer. Now, before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the weird and wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. So you're going to see kind of a trend throughout these, and that is my favorite notes. So my favorite notes in fruity fragrances, I would say, are blackberry, blackcurrant, raspberry, and peach. I also really love strawberry. There's a few different ones. I didn't choose citrus fragrances, more fruity fragrances for this one. So I'm going to do some citrus ones later on. But I'm going to start with Green Tea Nectarine Blossom by Elizabeth Arden. Now, this is part of that green tea line. This one is short-lived, but it is so refreshing and just, it's relaxing and refreshing, and it's got some peach. It says nectarine blossom, but it's a peachy scent with some tea in there. So I love peach iced tea, like that kind of vibe, and I get a bit of this. So you're getting that little bit of tea vibe from this, not a black tea, more of a green tea, but then paired with that beautiful kind of peachy fragrance. Very uplifting. There's a bit of tartness in this, but it has a spa-like quality because of that tea vibe. So I just find this one really relaxing and refreshing. Perfect when it's really, really hot out. Not long-lived, but if you spray really well, it lasts about 3 hours, I would say. But what you're left on your skin after the 3 hours is just this really kind of beautiful, sweet, peachy aroma, just very, very light on the skin. So I actually really love this when it's super hot because I don't want something that's majorly cloying. So this is perfect. Next fragrance is a peony raspberry combination, and it is Floral Street's Wonderland Peony. I've talked about this a ton. This has raspberry, it's got cotton candy, there's peony, there's some cedar in this, I believe, maybe some vetiver too. It's very refreshing. You get that peony for sure, so the floral component is there, but definitely get that raspberry. There's also guava in this one, so technically it's raspberry bloom in this one, and then guava. So whatever the juiciness that's there, it's just awesome. It's very uplifting and happy. I call it my happy fragrance. It always puts me in a good mood, and I just think of like some sort of happy carnival that you've gone to where there's cotton candy and everything's pink and pastel, and it's basically the movie that goes on in my head quite a lot. I don't know why. I was made for musicals, I swear. Now, this fruity fragrance is probably my favorite fruity fragrance for summer, and it is Trois l'Impératrice by Dolce & Gabbana. This is watermelon, kiwi, rhubarb. It's very aquatic feeling. I talked about this recently. One of my favorite fragrances for summer. It's got a musky quality to it. Lots of people don't find this to be uber long lasting. For me, it lasts a really decent amount of time, like about 6 hours. I do overspray. But I find this so refreshing and relaxing, and just, it's like a cool mist of delicious watermelon, kiwi, rhubarb feel. So I absolutely love this one. It's definitely one of my more reached for ones. When I don't know what to reach for and I want something kind of sweet but not cloying, this would definitely be the one that I reach for. It is so amazing, and it's reasonably priced too. It's getting a little bit more expensive because I think it's harder to find, but definitely nice. And also, just so you know, all the fragrances, every video are linked down below so you can access them. They are, like, some of them are affiliate codes, some of them are links, so I get a little small commission, like, you know, to like $1 kind of thing, if you choose to purchase. So just so you know, that's the way it works. Not all of them are like that. Some of them I don't get anything off of, but anyway, the links are always down below if you choose to use them. Love, love, love this fragrance. So awesome. So awesome. Next one I have to mention, I talk about it as a bedtime fragrance, but in the summertime, This is one that I reach for during the day if it's hot, and it is Sweet by LOLITA LEMPIKA. Now this is basically a sweet nothing. It's a powdered synthetic cherry fragrance. Smells like cherry candy. Very synthetic, but it's such like, it's just delicious. Like, it's just light and airy and slightly powdery, but sweet and kind of tart at the same time. I just thoroughly enjoy wearing this. I love the skin scent that it becomes. So again, some of these are not very long-lived, but once they dry down, your skin just smells amazing. And so sometimes I don't want a huge projector, like I said, especially in the summer. So this is wonderful. It smells delicious. It smells happy. It smells energizing. It's just a fun fragrance, and I really enjoy this one for summer. Sweet is perfect. It should be called a sweet nothing because it doesn't last long, but I don't know. I absolutely love this fragrance. Okay, now one fragrance, it's, I just have a sample of it, but I have to mention it because it is so freaking amazing and everybody's talked about it. And it's Atelier des Ors Pink Me Up. So this is uber pricey. The bottle, like you're seeing the bottle, it's stunning. There's gold flecks in it. It's so, so beautiful. The pink color is absolutely to die for. Like, it's just, Pink Me Up is the perfect name, and it's such a beautiful presentation for sure. The fragrance is really delectable. So really what I get, the main stars would be kind of a rose blackberry combination. And it's very energetic. It's slightly tart feeling. So some blackberry accords are more sweet and jammy. This one's a bit more tart and vibrant. So it feels a little bit like a black currant. It feels like there'd be kind of some bergamot in the opening. So a little bit tart. And it smells very sparkling. So I think there's actually a champagne note in it as well. So it's a very effervescent, happy fragrance, and Pink Me Up is a perfect name for it because it's so energizing and invigorating and just a beautiful fragrance. Very feminine, very flirty, absolutely gorgeous. Now, another fragrance that I think is absolutely amazing, I think it's an underrated gem, I've said this before, is LODICE's Rose and Rose. So this is a jammy raspberry fragrance, kind of musky, a little bit aquatic, and I just think it's absolutely spectacular. It's my favorite out of the LODICE line because I love rose and raspberry together. I just think it's an amazing combination. So this is uber feminine. I get a decent amount of longevity out of this, so like about 6 hours. The projection is beautiful. There's a little hint of a powdery quality, a musky feel to this, but also just that delicious mouth-watering raspberry jammy rose combination. It's very easy to wear. It's relaxing, but it still feels uplifting, if that makes sense. So this is one of my favorites for summer as well. Great daytime fragrance. I can see this being one that guys really like because it's a little bit on the sweeter side. Yeah, it's a beautiful, very feminine, kind of soft feeling fragrance that still feels quite energizing and kind of flirty. So love this one. Another raspberry-centric fragrance that I absolutely adore is So Scandal by Jean Paul Gaultier. Now this is raspberry tuberose milk, and it is so delectable. Now I don't really get any milk. I get mainly that raspberry tuberose, so it smells like, you know, those hard raspberry candies? That's kind of what it reminds me of. So a little bit tart, mouth-watering. The tuberose is more of a candy-esque tuberose, and there's a slight hint of creaminess to it as it dries down. This one's super fun to wear. It's a major projector when you first put it on, lasts about 4 or 5 hours max, and then it becomes a little bit more subdued. During that period of time, like the 4 hours or whatever, projects really, really well. This one feels kind of clear. So even though I said milky, it feels clear. It doesn't feel like there's any musk in it. Nothing to make it a little bit fuzzy feeling. It's just a very clear, clean, raspberry candy-esque fragrance. Really, really fun. The word for this one would be just jubilant. Just a celebration in a bottle. Very, very happy. It's outgoing. I guess that's what I would say. So like if I was going to some sort of dance party, I would be tempted to put this on because it kind of lifts me up, makes me energetic, and kind of gets my party on for sure. I have two more for you. The first one is Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Love is Love. This is my favorite from the Light Blue collection. Light blue is such a popular fragrance. Guys love it, girls love it. It's basically a cult sensation, but this one has my heart. So this one again has raspberry paired with that citrus. So it's mouth-watering, it's zingy, it's fresh, it's invigorating, and I just love it. I get the raspberry. This one I think has some sorbet or something like that in it. Don't really get that. It feels, I guess a sorbet, like think of a raspberry lemon sorbet. That's kind of what this is. So quite refreshing, refreshes the palate. This refreshes the senses. So really enjoy this one. I find this one uber energizing as well. The longevity for me is 4 to 5 hours. So I overspray with this one. And I just enjoy it from beginning to end. It's by far my favorite light blue version. The original light blue just smells like stink on me. Like, I don't know what it is about that one, but it literally smells like stink. Like I put it on, I've smelt it on other people. My friend Lori, it's one of her favorites. She gets compliments on it all the time. I put it on. First of all, I don't like it on me at all. I don't enjoy it. It doesn't suit my personality. So number one, I don't like it for that reason. But number two, it goes weird on me. So my I was gonna say my brain chemistry. My brain chemistry is quite off lately. No, my body chemistry, skin chemistry, whatever, just doesn't play with it. But my skin loves love is love. Are you hearing that? Maybe you're not. It's pouring outside. I'm so glad because we've had so many fires in Alberta. So this is a torrential rain and I'm happy about it. Yes. Okay, last fragrance is PECHE YUZU by KYSE. This is my absolute favorite layering fragrance. So you can wear this on your own. It's a mouth-watering peach. Out of all the peach fragrances, so thinking about Bitter Peach by Tom Ford, thinking about Bright Peach by Lattafa or Al Haramain, I think it's Lattafa puts it out. Those ones, you know, peach, great. Like it's fine. This peach is absolutely amazing. I love this peach. So it smells very much like a mouth-watering, very ripe, juicy peach or nectarine. But then it sweetens up more and more and almost becomes dessert-like. So it almost feels like some sort of peach pastry where you have kind of crystallized sugar on top with the crunchy pastry. Somehow it feels like that for me. But this fragrance is amazing if you want to layer it with a white floral, or if you want to layer it, like I love it with La Nuit Trésor Nude, so the coconut fragrance. The peach goes amazing with it. So any coconut fragrance, if you pair it with peach, smells divine. So you can do that. You can pair it with something like a white floral like Elisable Parfum. With this peach, amazing. So you can do something like that as well. You can add it to anything that you want a little bit more of a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a mouth-watering kick. This is perfect. So I just love PECHE YUZU. So those are my favorite fruity fragrances for summer. Just love them. My top 4 would be, I'm not going to put them in order because I think that would be hard. I'm really enamored by this Pink Me Up. I think it's really, really beautiful. It's so pricey, but it is so gorgeous. So that gives me all that energizing, jubilant, juicy, celebratory feel. This one, so refreshing. This one is feminine and actually classy enough that you could wear it you know, for some sort of occasion, but you're still getting that juicy kick. And then this is uber invigorating and energizing. So this is my refreshing one. This is my energizing one. This is my new love. Like the Pink Me Up is just stunning. And then this is just a really great go-to everyday fragrance. Smells feminine and a little bit flirty, but still kind of classy. So these would be my 4 major picks for the summer for fruits. What about you? What are your favorite fruity fragrances right now? Leave them in the comments below. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.